Tomu chako tengere merobere ito yogo semia na gukumanya yago korekana kira rituko nabariki baitu be andrete chinga ki chance a sengencho yao eariganie a sobo tengali botali no mubwekano umuruburi kubwatia na bokorigirirwa na kio muntu. Eye Y'Ensoko TV, uboroso bw'umugusi.
Y'Ensoko TV oboroso bw'umugusi mambye ngiyana niko kwani kuranda onsia asora seri tukerigalia merongebere na kana mutinyo gatatu mwaka bwechile fuibere merongebere na gatano na rimono kuyena kwani muna kwabukire bya kwagendere bya kuranda onsia asora semambye bono naboigo ase miremo yago asobo koreri ase bari muri ase ubunchire mambye bono naboigo ase bari tore ase che sabari kura senseme mogo cha sensemo yende naboigo nogendere tukubwate Y'Ensoko TV kuro chise 12 cheke mambye kereboni ke charagere chinsa inyine chideke nke chia itirigoro chia Afrika ya muchinga kiyo kwarigania murubiri yega Etorobini gochakera bono gwika chinsa isano ne mochia bono mubaso asoko murekera mangana ao ayuagendere to koreka ni mambia bono aya etire na boigo ayara chekubwatia aseritko eriga lya juma ine tusanga so bwamo wetera senchira yo mutandao gwekerero Facebook na wega sesemo ya YouTube Y'Ensoko TV na boigo ase namba ya mawasiliano na moneke to chikosoa ase nkwani ya itemambi ya bono elio kori asensemo yo korigerina na lya gendere to koreka na bagene tira chikobamo na barawo emambia ya bono namba nigere noti isano na ibere isano na isatu isano na mara gatano mwero beka isato na bogo tuma ujumbe yago unatogendera tegosanga subwamo asumurubiri yega Etorobini aseritko eriga lya rero eritariane Ishmael Mogere. Asumo chakane mambia ya bono wizara yobochenu miyense asokwene kibranko endere kurwa bakoreri ubwekana nuguchiase aba Kenya ni gwetera asumuruberio umanyekaine buna Linda Jamii nigo serikali ya ene kiribuna gwetera asumuruberio yo nabo gwetera ase umuruberi bobochenu osha nigo wizara yo egendere tekwene kibuna aba Kenya nkonyora bare obokoreri na mono asensemo yabange no gusaba subati bari bakonkia na abana bakwibura ase mu waziri bobochenu Aden Duale airere buna wetera asomurubiri yo nigo egarama ego keigwa gose ebeseria orio kogonkia agwakana ase enyagitari muwaziri Aden Duale niga haya kwana yo asigi karokia international matano newborn health kyo mwaka wechile fuibere merongebere na gatano na rimo ekigenderete ase omucho yega o Nairobi tiango tararire na ralia ya genderete kuru ase ensemiyo ase airere igoro yobokoreri we wizara yobochen.
The financial protection offered through the social authority in our country is translating into behavior change. Early data indicates improved access to antenatal care and skilled delivery among the previous underserved groups, including reductions in the financial barriers that has disproportionately affected teenage mothers and low-income households. This is not just an insurance for us, but it's an equity in action. Our progress is reinforced by a very bigger, broader national investment. Roads are bringing health facilities closer to communities. Our digital infrastructure is enabling real-time data, telemedicine, and better coordination of care. Education, especially for girls, is improving reproductive health outcomes. And these achievements, dear delegates, are interconnected pillars of a healthier nation. Yet even as we celebrate progress, we must confront reality with honesty and urgency. Maternal mortality remains unacceptably high. Newborn deaths and stillbirths have persisted. This is not only Kenya's challenge, but a shared global challenge, particularly across the low and middle income countries. Behind every statistics is a name, a face, a family, and a future lost. We cannot allow complacency to masquerade as progress. The time for incremental steps has passed. This is the moment for acceleration. To our communities, maternal and newborn health is not a woman's issue alone. It's a collective responsibility and a national priority and agenda. I envisage a Kenya myself and the president. We envision a Kenya and a world where no mother dies from preventable cause and no newborn is lost to conditions we already know how to prevent and treat. Kenya is proud to be among the countries that has finalized every woman, every newborn, everywhere acceleration plan of 2026 to 2028. More importantly, our county governments have already adopted this plan, and they have developed very context-specific strategies that will respond to their unique realities. And this is how the global commitments are translated into local impacts through ownership, adaptation, and accountability. We believe that our nation's greatness is measured by whether a mother in the most rural part of Kenya has the same chance of surviving childbirth as the one in Nairobi, the capital city, and whether every newborn can access quality care without financial hardship. That is the Kenya we are building. We have made very measurable progress over the past decade. Investment in reproductive, maternal, newborn, child, and adolescent health have expanded services to the community level. It has strengthened our primary health care networks, and it has improved our referral systems. Antenatal care uptake has improved in our country. Skilled birth attendance has also increased. Immunization coverage has expanded, and my sister from UNICEF can attest to it. These gains are real, and as much as they matter, they are not yet enough.
Asense mwende kurigererio bunchiro gatiense ya Kenya amo nense ya China niko guchakire tarikia ya mumutinyo gatano mwaka uyu iga ense ya Kenya ira chiguchaka era chiguchaka gukora ubunchiro bw'ebintu abuna chiavocado echae amaua naboigo amatunda amo ne chae amo nebinde binge ase chiro yense ya China ayaga nigachire magega yense yokubwatirana naboigo kwigwane gati yense ya Kenya amo nense ya China asege karokiara itwe no mokonyi bumuraibwense Professor Kithure Kindiki amo naboigo no mokonyi bumuraibwense ase ense ya China uyo manyikaine buna Han Jing asekera ekemo kirachi kurwa imensi ya Kenya guchia se echiro yense ya China kirachi koba usekera chikonigwa kirachi gosokiwa vango ende yonsi etego 70 bitari kuna chirwa evango ende yonsi.
So today we will be flagging off tea, coffee, avocado, macadamia and minerals to go to China. So this is a historic day in our Kenya-China relations, and we hope that through this initiative we'll be able to reach to more farmers and more Kenyans back at home. Because this is a joint arrangement between the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, allow me to take this opportunity to recognize all the PSs who are here, from mining to trade and industry to tourism.
Today the Madaraka Express has transported over 15.2 million passengers with annual ridership currently averaging 2.7 million. With the continued development of seamless railway service from Mombasa to Malaba and beyond, passengers numbers are expected to rise further. Additionally, total freight moved stands at 45 million tons with an annual volume reaching 7.5 million tons, clear evidence of an SGR transformative impact. Allow me to basically talk to very briefly the cost that has significantly come down, thus making our economy a competitive destination to set up global farms to set up wall manufacturing centers, because the distance to market has significantly been reduced through the cost of transportation and efficient movement of goods to market. And in conclusion, Your Excellency, I want to really remind us that our President, His Excellency President William Ruto, and the President for Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, did launch 2 days ago the extension of the railway network from Naivasha to Kisumu, another 262 kilometers, and from Kisumu to the border of Malaba in Uganda, another 107 kilometers. And it will be another really consequential connectivity through the Northern Corridor to ensure that we are able to interconnect the region and bring down the cost of doing business. But more importantly, to make the tonnage or the dollar per ton transport to over 1,000 kilometers, and thus significantly bringing down the cost of doing business. Your Excellency, thank you for coming to support us in welcoming the guests. Welcome to Nairobi terminus, and really appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much.
Under that agreement, Kenyan products are going to access Chinese markets without duty. And we are very, very, very excited at the opportunity that lies ahead to enable Kenya's coffee, tea, avocados, nuts, fruits, vegetables, minerals, and all other products from this land of Kenya to access Chinese markets, create wealth for the people of Kenya, and correct the trade balance between China and Kenya, which has been in favor of China for some time now. Your Excellency, Vice President of the People's Republic of China, let me say without fear of contradiction that Kenya produces the best coffee in the world, the best tea in the world. Kenya is the largest exporter and producer of avocado in Africa, and Kenya is the second largest exporter of macadamia in Africa. And therefore, what this opportunity means is that the Kenyan agricultural sector is going to be transformed. There will be more wealth to our farmers and to our exporters, and Kenya is joining China and the other developed economies in the race towards creating prosperity and growth for its people. If anybody had any doubt, Your Excellency, on whether China is a true friend of Kenya, this project is a testament, because by the time we complete the current phase of construction of our railway, we will have nearly 1,000 kilometers of railway, as well as an investment of $5.2 billion, courtesy of the friendship between Kenya and China. And for that reason, Your Excellency, we remain truly grateful. Allow me, Your Excellency, to welcome you again and again to Kenya, and not just you, but the rest of your delegation, and to us also as many Chinese visitors as possible. You're welcome to visit Kenya, because Kenya is a magical country. The world, we encourage you and the people of China, when you have your holiday, to take them in Kenya, and you will not regret. You'll enjoy the beauty and the splendor of our country, Kenya.
Arena yo bwonchiriri elio tumurekere aya bwatike no bukari bwe wizara ya mache mu waziri we wizara ya mache Eric Muga nigaerere buna serikali nigaendera tekubeka emirobiri eriko kyania chibese chigosira aze wizara yo na mono ase okuigekana kwa ene kibuna kero ya mo sekero mu Kenya nkonyorali amache amarabu. Eric Muga ka ukona kurwase county ya Meru nigoboigo aerere okubwatira na kurachiko endera kwene kiwa egati ya basubati amone wizara yo elio kwene kibuna kero mu Kenya nkonyorali amache amakene nukuna boigo ase ligoli lireliense.
across many parts of Kenya, sisi wote tunajua women and girls continue to bear the greatest burden when water is scarce. Now in rural communities, especially where we are, and arid regions, the work and they walk long distances to access this commodity and spend hours that could be utilized in other productive endeavors. And that is why we cannot say it is business as usual, because they must be involved in leadership and decision making on matters of water. When water is scarce, women lose time, our girl children lose time, our hygiene deteriorates, and communities fall sick and suffer because there is no decency and from lack of hygiene. And therefore the ministry is committed to ensuring access to safe and reliable water and develop and ensure priority is given to girl children and women in making these decisions. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Kenya is firmly committed to ensuring that access to water and sanitation in line with the Constitution and specifically Article 43 is fulfilled. Water is a fundamental right, and we all know that. Through the ministry, the government is providing policy leadership and oversight across water sectors, including water supply, sewerage services, sanitation management, wastewater treatment, and water quality regulation, more so on catchment preservation and flood control. We have a strategic focus that is very clear as day and night, of expanding access, increasing sanitation coverage, strengthening urban sewerage systems, reducing non-revenue water, and expanding water storage across the country. Kenya remains a water-scarce country with a capita capacity of approximately 452 meter cubic per capita. This is way far below the global average and benchmark of 1,000 meter cubic per day per capita. This qualifies automatically as being water scarce, and this reality makes investment in water infrastructure not only important, but clearly and absolutely important. Despite the constraints, Kenya has made steady progress. National water coverage as of today stands at approximately 74%, and access to safely managed sanitation services at around 41%. This means millions of Kenyans now have access to safe water and sanitation services. However, it has been realized that access to water and sanitation services are much better in urban areas than rural areas, and that is where we stand today. With services across the country are being delivered by 95 water service providers, bearing in mind that water is a devolved function. This translates to around 461 million meter cubic of water every year, and there is need to generate around 28.9 billion of revenue from this water. Yet, the sector continues to face operational challenges, one of them, and the most significant of them, being non-revenue water, which currently stands at around 44% nationally, representing revenue loss of around 11.9 billion annually.
Asensemu ya ndenga ki muraiwense Dr. William Samuel Rutagendrete netaro yae ase ensemu ya Luo Nyanza ndigara iro murubiri bwoko igora enyagitari ya Pini Owanjo elevo area ya gatatu eyo gotoka sensemu ye bunge ya Oriri abwa sairere buna serikali nigo yegekire chibillion ibire chinugutenye aso mwaka asika kyo mwaka yamo etireri gukinya ibirengo byabo chenu ime yense asensemu yende abarayikuru sensemu ya Luo Nyanza nigo nabarabwo baereire emeroberi ogose bakene mbyamo no muraiwense asoko baikange nabo igokwa enekiana ensemeyo nerotiri gutigara magega ase ensemo ya magendero ase bayalireira yogochia gotine na monere na kumusira ase entunda ya kabire yaye yokorigia oborai.
Kwa unyenyekevu mimi nawauliza tushirikiane na tutembee safari hii pamoja. Na mimi nitakuwa hapa Migori. Nimekubaliana na watu wa Migori ya kwamba matatizo mumekuwa nayo hapa ya Lake Victoria. Sasa tumeweka pesa ya serikali 9.5 billion shillings to unlock the full potential of the blue economy of Lake Victoria. Ninyi mnanielewa? Tunajenga fish landing site 10 kutoka kule Busia mpaka hapa Migori. Leo ama kesho mimi nitakuwa hapa Sori. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Pale Muhuru Bay tunajenga paya. Pale Muhuru Bay tunajenga fish landing site. Hapa Sori tunajenga fish landing site. Tunataka vijana wetu, na nataka vijana mnisikize, wale wavuvi wetu hapa Migori hawatahangaika tena. Hapa Migori tunajenga rescue center ya milioni 250 ili wavuvi wetu wakienda wapate ajali huko baharini tuweze kuwafikia, tuwaokoe, watu wasipoteze maisha yao. Na tunajenga, hii mnanielewa? Na vile vile tumenunua ile boat ya kurescue wa vijana wetu ambao ni wavuvi. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba kukitokea ajali, we have a rescue center, we have a rescue boat ya kuhakikisha ya kwamba wale vijana wanapoteza maisha, na ni vijana wengi. Pale boat ikicapsize, we want to arrive there in the shortest time possible so that we make sure that we save the lives of our fishermen and unlock the full potential of our blue economy resources in the Lake Victoria region. Maneno ya matibabu. Bado kunakuwa na wananchi wengi walikuwa wanauza mali yao, wanauza shamba yao, wanauza ng'ombe zao ati kulipa gharama ya hospitali. Lakini sasa tumesema gharama ya hospitali ilipwe na serikali ya Kenya kupitia mpango wa SHA. Pinya wacho hoye. Sikizeni watu wangu wa Uriri. Sikizeni watu wangu wa hapa Pinyo wacho. Gharama ya hospitali kama unataka ilipwe na serikali ya Kenya, wewe ujiandikishe kwa SHA. Kujiandikisha kwa SHA ni bila malipo yoyote. Wewe bora umejiandikisha, ukuje hapa hospitalini, tutakutibu, tutakudunga sindano, tutakupatia dawa na utaenda nyumbani bila ya kulipishwa pesa yoyote.
Mheshimiwa Rais, funga masikio. Usisikie hao watu wanasema ati watu wa Nyanza hawana kura. Sisi tuko na kura na tutakupea kura. Tuko na kura hata zaidi ya wale wanajigamba. Na tukipatia hao watu kura, na tutafanya hivyo, tutawapatia ID na kura. Next year tutapigia Ruto 100 kwa 100. Si ndio? Hatuna wakati na watu wa kuchocheza siasa ya Kenya hii. Hatutaki watu wa ukabila. Hatutaki watu wakiamuka asubuhi ni mlima, saa 7 mlima, usiku mlima, na mwingine anatembea anazunguka tu village yake. Hata wakati alikuwa vice president ni village yake. Hatuna wakati na watu kama hawa.
Kwa hii msafara wako wa Nyanza ya kukagua miradi ya maendeleo, tunataka kushukuru sana, kwa sababu kwa mara ya kwanza unasawazisha hii inchi, na watu wa Uriri na watu wa Migori wamefurahia hiyo mpango yako, na hawa viongozi wote wamekubaliana kwa kauli moja that tukifika mwaka ujao tutakupatia kura ili uendelee kusawazisha nchi na kutuletea maendeleo.
Sisi hatuwezi kaa bila nini? Tunataka nini? Hatuwezi kaa bila nini? Kwa hivyo tunasemaje? Unge maberni anteja koma chama maduong mogik south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, chama mar odi nuona o Gisanja.
Your Excellency, let me put for you in context. Maybe you do not know. Hii hospitali umetutengenezea hapa rais, wale wagonjwa walikuwa wanatoka hapa wanaenda mpaka Migori, kuenda Migori na kurudi ni shilingi 800. kwa kufungua hiyo hospitali, Your Excellency, hiyo shilingi 800 walikuwa wanatumia kama nauli kwenda Migori, sasa wanaweza lipia SHA miezi 2. Ber kosok ber. Tunashukuru sana equipment ile imeingia hapa. Iko equipment ile iko hapa, hata Migori yote hakuna. Tuna hand over hiyo hospitali kwa watu wa county. Tafadhali msitoe equipment hapa kupeleka kwa hospitali nyingine. Si ni ukweli? Awacho kosoka wacho.
Kurase ensemo iri kwa mire serikali omuraigwe kia magia DCP Rigathi Gachagua ni garuro kuboria guchia se abasaye gwetanga kurwa gutumekwa bube na abarai aona mono ase ensemo iri ya siasa bosibwe bochorio bonene bo mwaka bwe chile pipera 2025 na kabere ase ensemo yende abarai bande nigo na barabwo baereire buna nigo esabari yogo kombwa useyo kurusense ya Kenya asichingatare ao nigo egendrete na igo tibari guchia kuyitigira inchira gwika omwerio.
Shida nimepata kubwa. Huyu Kasongo akimaliza watu ya Mlima Kenya ni wasaliti wa jamii yetu. Wale watu wa hapa nyumbani wanashikana na Kasongo kumaliza Mkikuyu. Na huyu mjumbe wanyu wa Machukuru ni msaliti wa jamii yetu. Wa Machukuru aende asiende? Wa Machukuru aende asiende? Ni msaliti si msaliti? Leo huyu wa Machukuru alikuwa ametuma vijana hapa ati wakuje wapige akina mama, ati wapige watoto. Mimi nauliza wewe wa Machukuru, wewe Kimani Ichung'wah, mbona mnatumiwa na Ruto kupiganisha Wakikuyu alafu Ruto anatuchekelea? Mimi naomba vijana wetu wa Kikuyu, msikubali kutumika kupiga Mkikuyu mwenzako. Sisi ni kitu kimoja kama jamii.
Tumeanza safari ya kukomoa nchi. Tutahakikisha ya kwamba serikali inayokuja hakuna kijana atauawa. Tutahakikisha ya kwamba serikali ambayo inakuja itakuwa ya usawa. Na nyinyi vijana, munisikize vizuri. Kwa sisi kushinda hii safari, lazima mukate kura. Nyinyi mko kadi? Muko kadi? Muko kadi? Wangapi wako kadi? Wangapi wako kadi? Muko tayari kwa hii safari? Muko tayari? Hamutaogopa? Na tuhakikishe wasaliti wote wameenda wapi? Wameenda wapi? Wasaliti wanaenda wapi? Kwa sababu hatuwezi anza safari na wasaliti. Mimi nimekuja na ujumbe wa Mombasa. Mimi nitakuwa nikizungumza kwa niaba ya watu wa pwani, kuanzia Lamu, Lunga, Taita Taveta, Mombasa hadi Kwale. Na kule pia sisi tunasema ni? Tunasema ni?
Mumeona mili kule Kericho imepatikana mingi. Na Kasongo anasema awali ni mwizi sio mwizi. Ameiba hajaiba. Tunasema hivi tukiwa hapa Kabete leo. Mbunge wenyu anasema yeye ni rafiki ya Ruto. Nyinyi ndio mlituma yeye kwa Ruto. Nyinyi mlituma yeye kwa Ruto. Mnataka tubadilishe ama tusibadilishe? Mnataka tubadilishe ama tusibadilishe? Watu wa Kabete mkienda kwa uchaguzi, mkute ni Kalonzo Musyoka na Kasongo, mtachagua nani? Ati mtachagua nani? Na mkienda mkute ni Wamalwa na Kasongo, mtachagua nani? Wamalwa. Na mkienda mkute ni Rigiji na Kasongo, mtachagua nani? Ati mtachagua nani? Ni Rigiji. Na mkienda bahati mbaya mkute ni Kondoo na Kasongo, mnachagua nani? Hapana, mjasikia. Mkikuta ni Kondoo na Kasongo, mnachagua nani? Ati Kondoo. Wangapi wanachagua Kondoo? Kondoo.
Biamono murigereria soko cha Y'Ensoko TV uboro subo mugusina boge kubwati umurobiri yego Etorobini asema mbia yabona sabona niko tokorasio mirichiduka na nyuma yogo sibirichiduka ningena neno mugeni astra chiko swago kwandra ayanda mange tosukare ne TV yao.
Eje Y'Ensoko TV, uboroso bw'umugusi. Je, una ndoto kufanya kazi ughaibuni? Mwakala wa ALM tutakuwezesha kutimiza ndoto yako. Tunatoa ajira katika nyanja mbalimbali kwenye mataifa ya Qatar, Milki za Kiarabu, Saudia, Bahrain, bara Europa, miongoni mwa mengine.
We are legally registered by the National Employment Authorities and we are licensed to do manpower recruitment for different countries. Currently we are reaching companies in UAE, in Qatar, Russia, and we are hoping to enlarge our boundaries.
Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kwa nambari 0721151500 au 0729690571 au unaweza kutembelea katika jumba la Delta House, orofa ya pili, chumba nambari 204 katika barabara ya University Way.
Tupigie simu utimize ndoto yako ya ng'ambo. Karibuni sana.
Nuganete betri uratumia segari yao. Ebetri uguchachirimo ugakweba. Ebetri ulegene chinga kichonsi ebenga kieliberera gosenga kiyobokendu. Tawe chandika. Autobat Kenya Limited no tulegigiga asengenchao. Nigo tokorosia na koni chibetri uratumia chinga kichonsi. Chibetri uratumia no nyaneli kurukuro.
Kupitia pale kwa gari yako tutahakikisha tumeweka na tumekupimia charging system ya gari na pia tumekupimia battery na kila kitu itakuwa iko sawa.
Alright. Sasa na ikileta shida kabla hii warranty ishe itakuwa namna gani?
Ikikusumbua kabla ya warranty utakuja, alafu tukishaiangalia tutakupatia battery ya kushikilia tukiendelea kuangalia yako.
Talia yoka na battery yechinguru.
Battery ya Autobat ni battery ambayo ni spill proof. Kumaanisha hiyo betri haimwagi acid ile ambayo iko ndani. Hiyo betri imetengenezwa na calcium. Kama vile tunajua calcium hainanga water loss. Kumaanisha sasa hiyo betri hakuna wakati ambayo inakauka hiyo acid.
Asamange twakirisimi namba 0739697855.
Kwa wale watu wa kuja mstatiwa, wachana na betri kama hizi. Tumia Autobat. Betri ni Autobat.
Etorobini Y'Ensoko TV oyo no moroberio gwokongoria mareko na inje mwana mboka Edwin Yang'au turabe tukumira na kira litukurie iki guchakira chinsa 11 cha mogoroba gwikenseyemo ya botuko kugwakorire mirimo yawo yerituko kwabokire orosete uikaransitero ya ubwe andaji tasekerugo orambulete merondo kunya gusibero ngori na hali ya screen ni chingero chikoletwo na mwana mboka Edwin Yang'au ano to konyora chingero chionsi echiegita na chobenga kwanu ubukano echiembegetere ndo gesongengo to amereria
Bakalia omoto yakabwatwa ole bakalia omoto yakabwatwa amadukemeronge na gaika kabwatwa
Obulimira bw'essiro y'obunda bwense kulenge talinchira ndio sura krobulimi obiyoke enyore libagalya bene kwaegwa megelyo chisemi nobosemya egero y'obulimi bwekerero nechikoringa
asoboremi bochete skuru no botigi bokumerwa mache
tebone ng'ombe bune yengiya
gaja konyana eyisimegete ndera ngetia maraba ekonete konya kukina yo kamara bakonya kuyana nganya kwama buya
beka chibuti imokio bokombe to semogondo bweli nebisumu ime na pathway machine
kile sukuri ya Jumaine chinsa ni bere chamorogoba weka chinsa isato asomoro bere oboremi no botugi ekero turesemia mange kura saberemi chini gongoro kwa pathway machine
asomoro bere boboremi no botugi ime Y'Ensoko TV oboroso bwomoguse Eye Y'Ensoko TV oboroso bwomoguse
Murire Y'Ensoko TV karibu na inde asensemo eyega yakabire mambia bono ase ukumurikira iguru yobokorari nabo igo no nyiru burayi na biri bintu aho bigendera tokore kane mambia bono na mono iminse yaito ya Kenya bosi bwo bochoro bonene bo mwaka we chile fubira 2025 na kabire karibu sana tusanga sobwamo asensemo yo mutandao wekerera Facebook na bagasa semo ya YouTube Y'Ensoko TV na mbemo wasinana ase ujumbe yage nyinge nigere notice ano na ibere sana na isatu sana ne mara gatano mweri obeka isato tusanga sobwamo go chakera boro wiko mweri chinsa isano ne chiabono mobaso emambia bono tini chebweka korene nkwari ni omugeni uyotore amonere mambia yabono emi studio eriyo agukwania na kurwa butchaki kusanga ase obwamo tiandara mukwani kwanza umanya kwa swa sense mu yukwani wano murigereri
bemno yo mento Ismail soko ngaliba and bemna anjwa baligereria na wategereria se getaseni yetu kia Y'Ensoko TV na ne mambia ngia nyasa toigurire nga tiango turutu temangana beratatu asengencho yoko semania na korokerania se asa mangana ali atutunge tuno mugusi osegesa kuyeito so ona baliganira nsema yende taku nsema ndentangani so nsema yende gara na tora lenga ki muno mugusi na otokuna kumaki time ali story emiaka yonse so mbiamono na nditiganya saa tora iba komweli
mambia bana ketu cha kenkwana eyito yo kumurikanya no bakora rwe serikali ni gutu cha kurwa se enseme ntangani yo botumeki bwechibesa na asesemo yo botumeki bwechibesa asemisangirikano mono kwa igure kurwa enseme kwa bire serikali eriyeta kwanza ndi ya chenchi kuma itakanya nigere united opposition boniga yabere United Alternative Government. Abo liete no chikwerera na kile liete liko change ko United Opposition wana ya chire United Alternative Government na ase chinkwana chabekero ko ligereria engana nera iga yakwa kanate bwangu iga busieka turo che budget amra achakire korosigwa nyane no mo bunge wensemo ya kiharu na ginyoro nero berga ko yekwanira iguru yuko tumiki bwechibesa ase nyomba nyobora ibwense bwo ase ebesa ejuwekera boni gera around 17 billion nabo yekera tokuna na magega kasama tukamagega koligere no nyana ase chi serikali cyara ruro bisi budget yari kugenda ase nyumba yobora ibwense kero koligere sama tuko amagega ngakinere ya 3 billion ngakinere ya chite ngakine ikampaka 4 billion ase obora ibwe serikali obuiga bwa etona serikali yomurayo kana bwense ya Kenya yokurukuna nera Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta na gwikira boni gekero ko ligereria budget yeyo ase ngana bono yabereke ukwanira mono na nigo inyumba yobra igwense nigo yatumeka up to 17 billion na bono aso mwako gocho 2026-2027 financial year na nini go bagani tebese yo ekini wake uchia sekene ngo keguro ige minute neki no 17 bono totire ugocheguro tara chakira bwa aso butumeki bwechibese
mano minto according to me ekarukuligere butumeki bwechibesa ase nyumba itenene into nero White House yetu tukoyoka here in State House chisababu cho komenta chi budget ya State House iko chiri yani chiri hafifu chiri ndateba ngani inchiri umuntu oraisaransi umuntu ategerera sababu emo na raba kubekali nga bathe ne recommend nga ba mentri chi state ro chiri nga bona ra chi chairman to think use just a chairman to see very easy to chairman ngabone budget
ya chiro tupate of course State House ya Nairobi tupate Nakuru Eldoret ya upgrade de karosi wake Mombasa Kisumu
tupate Gusii State Lodge so nande
tuwateria Kirinyaga
ya State Road so mba mentanga ibiri set umano mento na tobe banga tu amentiri ibiri seto we will not jump from 8.5 billion to 17 billion you might be maraka average message so inki ke koro kinga inki bonu montara chake ko pesa nga 8.5 billion. Ejumada is even more than each county that got one financial year. Nyamira. Because Nyamira gets 8 billion or something of the sort. So, chibe seche obo to make you ekero kutete kuli ringa ekero omo nene buenzi. Atali korra enjera bakenya bachande gite. Omo na koira libageriga liyo ku exploit nanda ba Kenya mono utobeka nanda sobo kongu mono wetani buna konye tole aso komenda chibeze chiko tumika nga ndubwate nga bageningo chabali ibintu me dembira bageningo chabali kunywe chae zijuwo ze diplomatic war ebinte binge chibeze ekaro kuligeli koruenga ki amoye ekaro kora research koruenga ki amoye State House ya bwate kusi 1.4 billion toga chakero kibaki aso they akamaji commenting lakini chikamenta akeyo Kibaki did not overspend as a mangana State House cause Kibaki ga that one gold ingyo go state what is the State House na se na obvious muna tubwate ketaseni ke kyo poralia kyo ko resara bantu ngendo kyo bwene ta kokoro so the budget was not that big inki to ko lesana a budget for something kitari ko kokonya ba Kenya it doesn't help Kenya completely aya endo kende ekeruru Kenyatta chikamenta akeyo you know mede bintu mbiro kuligereria paka bona ekaro 2022 kuroje all of a sudden chikarukurwa se ichiri uru ari kutumika chikamenta another 1.2 billion akego supplemental budget chibesi chiko changaki aibe seri njato erate nanti katokoreki nanti katoma nandi bakamenta at the end of the day uisukuligerie enini yoka between 2025 ne budget ya some 2025 baka January enini ya tumigete around
ine nuswentangani yo mwaka
nuswentangani yo mwaka do you know chibese chia tumigete is actually budget exceeded by 2.7 billion 2.7 billion
chikali chinyi cyari kugorwa gose kerekeke
ngago travel nga status wandu bagose ngo travel bale ko and here and there omale ntu obwate riri abantu tu abana ba genzi bacheta mandamano eza babu yare ngenene niringi president tu ariko morama tukabere Kenya ama tukano zipiko izikakaruteki akachakira tuwadanga bono muna reduce ebintu ngoro babe ngakyako reduce chisabali cyo travel chibaze chimende it doesn't make sense egere chisabali
cyo mwako yo iga kero koligeria sense mu chisabali kiri omurayi gwensa chira so mwako yo nchiragenda igoro mono na umwaka 2023 na 2024 I think the one trip, do you remember one trip people was a rumor was it one trip by in the US costed Kenya 320 million just one trip na abantu delegate ajete nero ndebinga ya nisabali ni is it 1 billion yani ekinda tabanga ki twalesa niri budget yeto asegi bintu biri bitarengeti abana inji direct a president was omoneno itobuense egentale okora no ko reduce a budget ya State House ari ko reduce a budget ya State House ejini chibasa jiri totabe jiri nire account ji comment ko chimoino ga tangu chikaunta ari moving chi ko kolega si abe efficiently just because bona iga State House yo matter pesa te ko bate ga ndor gyara ne the heartbeat of totabe the heartbeat of the nation gyara no kire gento ke okora but rinde why is it being ballooned yani igoiru ya resa ni gomono to an extent where bono muntu politi musigo ninje naye ndini nyora gotebana ebese igikekero ko irigereria kerenge kiga ye billion 15 na ibere bese yiga nabo egokeiwa na the same amount of money na begutumekwa ase ogo confirm na kubarika barimu ba JSS abwekera bono iga bado egapwera oroso munganyora oro monene asumo baro
yani egokora kirigendo muna ndindi nyora other you know ndindi nyora is an economist asa mangane chibesa and budgeting n'umuntu urakoyigurire uburabu bwebinte binge buna bwenere okoro. You know, these are the young people, brilliant people to what in our country, but we are not making use of them. But ekero ba ukwana mangana muna hata oda n'abanyaryogi ba wakanga sengi chobali usino opposition nga sengi chobali with the government bona use ba ogotaiwana ko linga sengi ba lenge UDA. Sometimes inga kinere go ikumuntu watebeke nga nonye bona azana bere bona ibintu byasale kire muno to an extent bona I cannot keep it anymore.
Ntoroche uyo korukwana nere Hali Muhammad Ali wekerwani ngoma yatonganyire ntoroche bono osoyire gukwana kurwase ekiama gya DCP
ya DCP esa babu ne yuma ntonkere oyo minto the current speaker used to say some time back, and I want ngeirorere aho dabanga naboko ngaina abantu asichinga kigete but toko bangaina chinga kichos toko bangaina chinga kichos you know nabotako banaye Ismail gaiga inko eresa mangana yayiga lakini toko iranga kikomanye tabia nase ebintu bibere bitatu so neringa sometimes ekero umuntu ari goso ase nonye ingo kero umuntu ari kuri rute kera ari ko the current president kera ari ko goso achi platform ari igoro ye sunroof ye gari igare ko eresa mangana kwa ramuna Kenya ya very transformed baka ya very yani before abe president you could see but what are we getting? Yani corruption left right center gente kigende yons biokulu yolinga ngachi billion cha mentri kuru 8.5 billion to 17 billion double. That means ngaki there is something kirega ikakechi esababu nerega tiga igotakoreti njena ayo tamanyiti
ngwakwa negero yamangana iki sabari okonganchira turarasyo meri chiduka sinini alafu ntoirane kurwabone nchigo koira asensemu yeki sabari kukoira nene bakase county ya Kisii ase county ya Kisii aso mwaka 2025 2026 chi million ikomina ya mone chini gutaisano na ibere nchi atumekwa ase kogenda esabari paka asense ya China tuchikomanyana kiabese ya tumeke tunanda bantu barenga bacheta ase esabari eyo asabano tiaturasyo meri chiduka asini kwera natore
Eje Y'Ensoko TV oboroso bumugusi.
Shauri sangwe ngaro moijana
Muligari Y'Ensoko TV oyo no moroberio gwokongoria mareko na inje mwana mboka Edwin Y'Ang'au turabe tukumira na kira litukulie iki guchakira chinsa 11 chamogoroba wikenseyemo ya botuko kugwakorire emirimo yawo yerituko kwabokire orosete uikaransitero ya ubwe andajita asekerugo orambulete mirundo kunyagusibero ngori na hali ase screen ni chingero chikoletwa na mwanambuka Edwin Y'Ang'au ano to konyora chingero chionsi echiegita na chobenga kwa nubukano echiembegetere ndo gesongengo to ameriria
bakaliya omotoya kabwatwa obe bakaliya omotoya kabwatwa amatukemero ngena gaika kabwatwa
Eje Y'Ensoko TV oboroso bumugusi.
Karibu nendo mwanchio morigereria itendera gusanga ayanga mange niko twatigera kamana yeki sabari gukwira nibakase county ya Kisii ase nusu entang'ani y'omwaka bw'ekibesa bw'ekilifu ibere mirongo ibere na etano mirongo ibere na gatano na rimo nige kaunti ya Kisii yatumigite chimilioni 11 chinuguta isano na ibere eri go facilitate abantu 17 kogenda ase geikaro kya omwaka 2025 gya China Africa Friendly Exchange Career Education Program kurase kaunti ya Kisii n'abantu abaga 17 bachiete se 2025 China Africa Friendly Exchange Career Education Program omurobiri oyoiga nigo batumigite 11.7 million.
11.7 million. What was the intention? I cannot do what do we get? We as a program.
Maya Kiaya.
I engineer, I know morali engineer, Maya Tonya Roach. Engineer Tora Nyarora. Lakini 11.7 million cha kodriki cha to make.
Ase sabali.
You know, abantu bande to korua baliri asebintu. Ki gokora ki programs ebintu bune. Lakini the main agenda neringa abana abantu bajete kulipadia. Oiso kwande bingangentu ki program ya letre uzi yuko yego uzikisi account you cannot. There's nothing none kemoko beke mesa igoronga ki bajete baona that this is what they are transformed uzemba benchmark ke uzeba this is how the ba transform a community ya go say county ya Kisii. There is nothing to show. Hakuna. So this is a smart way ya corruption. A smart way ya corruption. You know, I want to tell you, amangana social media too. Mumuronde akata abantu bakamuboli tu kamurankale kakuna kwete street. Bakamuboli nga aliko baereza igurunga ki Singapore ya very transformed kwa Singapore too today. Akamana kwa batenga Kenya ya tumete delegates kuchi Singapore ngakibono imu akorto baka moikire Singapore bono muna mulega bakamana kumota bakachere minister ndatuko kwana lieta abantu bajeta bajere minister ya Singapore baka moboli ngaki totebi twangi blueprint twangi inone tianyero ke karatazi mu adumire baka Singapore ku Singapore bono everyone yako ya admire akamana banyoranga the document baka una document made in Kenya how Kenya was to progress that document. So ekaro monta ekaro for example ko ganda sikali ko mana ko egendo kino mu abwate plan yo transform Kenya na kia bantu bande ba tumire ko ndo go transform enze ya bakabono ige to danga ngabona tuachire Singapore bakili rende anda bantu bande batanga baka none pare ko si sabali yo ko Singapore bande bada bana siasa nande balire chiba si pare yo ko achu Singapore. Yani I'm just saying the bridge and still there is corruption even no ni sabali yo ko anda. What am I saying? Again, take an entire what I want getting a umano mindo Ishmael. Sometimes they got to me advantage. Yoko we are going to benchmark to a program. This is something gekoganda. As in Jutapu at Yumorai, or what the Omo Abanto by Senkoro, that's why we've been doing Yokonya. Well, 11.7 million. Debbie 11.7 million. Never remembering about the Kisii account. A lot of teachers. Lakini ose bakora tebana kera sector ni bwate budget yae. It has a budget. So kwanya nese mu ECD ni bwate budget yae igobono lab day yiga nebese yalinge talinga se budget ye yaba ni ba ECD go sekwenda sobo chen go sekoligiria mangana ya machira bintu binde bingao. Boni budget ya ninge yokwenda gutara. You know what I know mutu kibwama I know mutu kibwama na Ismail. I want you mbekere gente mesa igoro e program ya letra ba Kisii county yani e program inge tukia bakonyire. Inki yeba konyete uzinki yaba letra. We went and that is it. Even they furnish routine and nana okay. Okay. Asense moyende bara tugotigara se ensemo yobutumiki bw'ekibesa twarura se parliament wachira se county ya Kisii ase omwaka oyo bari omwaka oyo tekera tokoteba enusu ase enusu entangani omwaka w'ekibesa 2025-2026 ase ensemo y'amagendera singinchi gwakwanigiro yense n'amagendera sinini county ya Kisii nigo yatumigite chimilion 817 n'echinuguta 32 igebineti na 817.37 enereba sabatumigite asamangana development n'amagendero abuna ase county ya Kisii ase county ya Nyamira ase nusu entangani yo mwaka oyo 2025-26 nigo batumigite 543.03 million ase amagendero
na ekero koligereria igo nyami onyore Kisii county nige bwate chinsemo use chibunge 8 Nyamira nige bwate enye na Nyamira itumigete 543 million Kisii county nigo yatumeka 817.37 million na samagendero komanyete abese go Kisii county echiga na kinga nino mwako yo manyete ambaro mato ayiri
every county I think Nyamira county receives close to 8 million and 8 billion na Kisii county is something 13 billion so when kero one financial year kero receive that billion kwa mana kuweka 800 million na to weka na 900 million ngeji na chichi ya development that means completely for example 12.2 billion 12.2 I'm giving an example 12.3 billion ochikolete gasiende ngawe tofauti with development where chibese chiga the main agenda wakane mishahara you know is part of nabuto wisiko nyirige another thing for example kurenza mende kero wakanu mishahara is naboko ando develop naboko liko montako na chira masanga ka what is there is also some development chiko but one account itself ya tumire 800 million for just ngabona ina magenda na magenda mate problem nje ya nene chibese 800 million development ke culture in Kisii county
neri buri kwa boli
ine boli na boli asen ngina ko boli asen njano motatibu motukibwa mangana no nyale konga you know sababu ngo boli ni ringa ki gende ki ko boli tinakerora development itu kwa nga Kisii county ya 800 tata njatu migete chinke ejijini njako la bintu bingao lakini 800 million ingentoki there is nobody or is answer substantiate
ibira kitambia the last week ngwarosh
ibira kitambia the last week before that report came out
amabere nkwara amabere chakiri gusamba chiskuru kwanda iyo se wante abinko balire na gote biri amabere ngachakiri kugenda chiskuru ase chibunga chonsi ibira kitambia chete igo emineti ebira gitebiga igo chiparanchi chichake kole morwa
mwana minto
na kole mo
kwa na mabere chiskuru is development is development kwa na
gusira abana baba benchara
in development that's a big joke
manyete ase manifesto eliago totebera kwari kurigyo burai ase manifesto osengo chero kwate abaraki ninchenkorera abantu ekeneke igo korengana nae aina magenderero asensemo yechiseme
ono engana ne raiga nataka ko nini ekarutu bwata barai baito abantu bakuru kwa barai igo konyoli bintu bigo kolekana no mochoko mongao lakini ekarutu bwata abana siasa tuamana kobaka erangi yo burai anara amagoza amana baona muna Simba Arati is a politician, he is not a leader. Takoba murai yanu mwake rangi or is purely a politician. He will act to be a politician. Gento kene yonsi yako koradari yako akora nga asengenjo ere sababu ya yako akora muno monto ire mandate yoko yako yako akora asengenja atakete ko show off gosa asengenja atakete ko ligichikura aso koroge andwane nga ntera akole ninje manyara na akole neke asengenjo yichikura chinda atakete lakini abarai let me tell you for example nkoye tofauti ya seito na Didi Nyoro na repenje mark actually Kenya wide even in Africa you can see a leader in Didi Nyoro you naboko rumusunte noborabu between Simba Arati na Didi Nyoro in terms of development. Of course your name no governor, but I'm talking about development. You could see what Didi Nyoro akolere as a bobesa bulibo sini nyaka 100 million. I think Kiaru how many millions? I think it's something there about. Na billions
chikwenda kwa 160.
Yeah, na billions of money chikwenda to Kisii County. You know sometimes otokuna weyake kuba asengenjo ya noje abantu baito busaba gusiba ito guse community ito ba painting in a way like yani tokuira mangana y'umuntu mono kubuwa maisa itegento ge kororo ge kolekanete
abana se county ya Kisii wala tu na se county yawe ya Nyamira sokura 543 million
omwaka county ya Nyamira. I always tell you it's a crime scene. I always tell you Nyamira County doesn't have. Nyamira County nege tukubona kero montabu toranua gwe ntukia. Kero montabu gwe ni ya oro siaka nona county ka ubuo. Because I'm telling you number one, we made a mistake. A mistake metanga tu akolete ne mistake yo chora GMC chitaroji yani chitabuati di yanda li abantu bali bakolere gas. You know have nabora mo excuse in one way or the other. But no tubuati abantu bako konya kurunse e budget yons binga yeko craftelo. The national yani counter assembly.
Yeah.
Emakosa kara bayire muntu kibabona takubuli. Into to bachora ta GMC chitoboleri. Lakini ngo toboleri bali in the state yogo toboleri abana buba bakoragira sengi yokoraki yogo tachera yogo tuberera ebe korwe bibi korwa se county
asengi chwa kwa negro ya ba MCA nkwira ni abwo asengi chwa kuna ba MCA we county ya Nyamira nkwira ni ororo naro eri umwanchumo ligere linera amanya nkikendere kurwa se county assembly ya Nyamira tukokwanda 2025-2026 nigo a county assembly ya Nyamira yatumegete 13.51 million on committee seating allowance asaba MCA 34 abwo asikromo MCA nyora 66,230 shillings igo asenusu yentangani mwaka 2025-2026 nigo aba MCA 34 batumegete 13.51 million as a sitting committee Omanye tento bwate tofauti kati yebi karobiri bie bunga yonsi
ne committee
sitting allowance bona igeto kukwandra 13.51 ase committee sitting allowances
voice omaji committee je national assembly committee they are there and bono you know sometimes egento nchengwe boli yakamongeringa kichi committee jiga Inget okokonya of course committee nchiro na ndiko banjibo because that is the structure
yobo chenunero yokuliria mangana yechipara everywhere
but committee jigo mwana mtobona for example ngo one committee for example ne yechipara ogwizaranza kwabo obagozaranza kubanga kuliyeri chipara ngakichikorosi kuchitararosi kugoze what is it cause chi committee jiga they are completely relevant because they are not doing ebintu byonze bibyaokora mbiri koreka on the ground. That is the problem.
Those committees in orenda bese 543 million wono no ba mangana ko banguga bas development yama cha kolekana yama cha ka
fa uma teke ntora tata konta binga ki committee no kubanga ne committee yama yo kubanga ko uisaranza kwanda golichibe zikindi chikarasi because there is a committee, you know, the committee ko colleagues you can see one for example una national assembly you will see committees okwe chia toire chia chira sekete kialigere iri sina agriga cha ba chiri ko sinkelicho ba kolere yani you could see what happens but in Nyamira those committees otherwise yani gento nkeyo borabu mbibuati itope kikere gento kene nkeyo ayene gento kene ke abachi committee jeza ranste chibesa chikasoko chimwena abantu bakaraga. In short, corruption in Nyamira County is the one yagaire paka nonye bakuzinyira no kukwanire county nga yokunye chagaranga nga yokwe. On that same note, umwana omuntu Nyamira County we need. There is something I think the Auditor General, I don't know whether we are in line with your questions. Do you know Nyamira County emuneres with a small budget ya 8 billion? Oya kombe na Kisii County. Do you know Nyamira County what 157 accounts? Chi account. Versus Kisii County what the county is it 13 or what?
About 13 accounts.
13 accounts. 157 accounts. Boni ntoke ko karabono igabo umuntu kwaro na mangano kuruzi umuntu nelinga. How can a small county like Nyamira County, what is this? What are these accounts for?
Chi account rengo batai.
Chi account ina ko tenga ranyo mbati chi account ko sinibere chi different na M-Pesa.
Igone chi account sto chibengibere
ne kero ozo koburukani obeke ngake amshwari what still that is M-Pesa. So you chi account ibere inko ana chi nyinge pinisa.
Yeba.
Yani inko ana chi nyinge pinisa.
Wara say county ya Nyamira babwate 157 accounts in commercial banks Abungora ngano report rwa control of budget alafu kisi county ebwate chia county 13
13 bondi anda
no nyore county ya Bungoma engakia ya mochia county nchi ya chiete paka 300
I remember lakini ngikia betor it was completely corruption yaleng mad everywhere chia county yo mugaka is just chia county chia bantu yani niliyo kuna gusireli umateka ekere wika for example nguboli riswali before ngebe ya account yebona for example yoko sangalia revenue yetu chi account tutebe umuntu oranyole account wat era twaluze KCB etwaluze yani asitoko ina ni
asebanga yako genda
guchi asebanga yako genda guchi do you think ibanga yetu nagende to 157 accounts
viko samba moinana batukutumeke
you know unless you monda acha isaranje acha go to eresa these accounts ngakichiko wake but to me this is a sign ya corruption. This is a sign yo muntu tutabwati a leader pona nago tabikizi account gusiya ito mujana to bwata mwaka to wena to address bona iga is just going to the drawing board and deciding kulige ngaki let's go now tura atika ngaki umuntu amanyikanete tura arareta abarai fast. Abarai fast. Again, totorageti no koleta abarai fast. We have prioritized abantu bagoro. Muna baona go muhaka. I can tell you for free. Muna baona to go 2027. We are going to make another mistake. Toko anda kochora abantu asenginjobara associated na mate. Not because they are leaders.
Iyo semwa uamuzi mwakolele na ki ubarai asu mwaka 2027 ningo mwake suti.
Esu noche suti. Esuti ebo nane ngocho kutosambiri. Ekechi suti ejiga engakirero mate kwa konyora gusyo mate kwa kesuti kuru ODM kuru vacancy kiregen. What is the difference? The difference is nearing aki number 1 bantu nturu kuisarasa. We associate ourselves to we associate ne keama kubwa we associate no muntu an individual kwanda gotokonya.
Yokorengana nae mbuya labda mati anyera iwe kiae lakini kuko cha sobo bunge kia ngumuntu naba independent konye ka akole mirimo. Tigaye gwe kirogeki.
My challenge ngo teba bona iga. A challenge to kwanda gutwara nelinga ki. Egento yani wisdom elima nyete mati anyabwata. I think he should sit down. Look at the people he's working with. Abantu ba surrounded. Nyasamo konya piki abantu because abantu anana bawo chakotwashem. You know the cost into to gocha kopea the cost you might no mwana nje. Akara ba etire rieta lia mati yange ba sokiri uchi mwini ba etire into to gocha kokora into to gocha kochane ka no mwana nje. That is why I talk about that. That's why nona bana ba chenzi you are seeing them everywhere. In error ba the number 1 again to patakete they want again to kendo yonse patakete ko kora bara ubuka banyane by putting no nyeni Ishmael Mogere to kobeka Ishmael Mogere ne chenzi yaitu we know what we want from him. Because it's about the between us was it about yabona na batata baba ne area yamonga ki number 1 they don't see the country through them.
Na asoko kodra se meri chibesa eritogera se gento kende ngo kodra se county ya Nyamira nigo county ya Nyamira se enuso yentangani yo mwako 2025 2026 kwa ngano report rwa control of budget nigo basangereli 206 million from their own source of revenue.
Bango.
Inere besa basangereli.
Yes.
Abwa serinde twate bana bakasangere 206 ekindengo nchire chikuru asise serikali na wakatumeka 543. Wone sababu ya takira kwa sawana na bona. Wone sababu ya takira kwa sawana na bona.
Sababu kwa sawana. Bona. Baro mujando maneno mwana minto. Nyamira County is not about Nyamira County is a county rasangere chibesa nonye more than 206 million. Asebangwa yetu. Ekero to bwato mochoko. No borunge, no boene, no bo yani abantu bali genuine asoko konye county yetu. We can do better than that. You know Kizi County chibazirenga bausangerelia sini. Of course Kizi County nene lakini umali chibazirenga bausangerelia.
Nechi nyingi.
So into umojando ito no linga no nyeno gosangerelia bange yoka still ito bwato mojando bakaso gosangere. Inki asengenjo sababu ne linga ki the structure kurugora ali go chance. Ise kunyalekana nga number 1 ise kunyalekana nga number 1 itoga igorogali igale corrupt kuchansa kaiga ikyara before nyali botari kwanda kusangale bango man
bana abantu mbaro
bayiremereme so abantu abana bagutume kukogenda ko kueti maybe obabesa bubere butatu bisiringo bubere butatu bwaikaze butakere we who is corrupt? It's us. We are the people who are very corrupt. Because if I'm corrupt, I will choose a corrupt person. Number one, you mochando goras into omochando into abake kura. For example, Banyamira into mochando number one. Tuamana kwambukile mochando ujichie musie. Chiamana kutambuke mochando ujichi minister, je county, bakaze governor. So it's rotten all through. Kurumze kujigo na kujize.
Ekra yuagendret na moneka turuchi ase obochodi bo mwaka bw'echili fuibere 25 na kabire gwikiraboni ya noruche temperature abantu bachakire ku airline oyo lenga nseme mbere bachakire gutambuka lakini rende kiama kire kyo manye tembara atambuka gwikara ebunge ya chile kubunwa na aseme sangirikane kire ukuri yeregatia yechinkwana chabarai ligire likuru asensemo ya serikali bakora gunumra ibwense ninchu ase ensemo ekwamerere serikali ya United Alternative Government asama tukabwangu ya kwarorire chinkwana nchira bakurutirana oyuko kwana lingana gete oyo bwatuka lingana gete ko muina oyo buna bwatuka oyo nerira ne chinkwana ichigana mangana yega kubwatukwa wetrase oromemero wabo ne chinkwana chikomo chikorakana na nchibwate amangana yokuramana oyakuruta korwa oyo ruta kurumuino ayiga bono ngaitoro chibono.
It's unfortunate.
Agenda kiere gaiga ase amangana ya yokuramana bono.
It's unfortunate. Yo minto magara asingenchu yoko nyora barai be kari be gosi ke wange kega aigantu irananse antu irananse
ngocha rero kwango tayi no umwame teboli ga no umwame
aine nyakaruga
yebon
iwo ngota
yebon
I think we lost it esa babu ngota barabo yone linga the president nchakira senginero moneno nere tata bwenze I think Jacob invited to erigi data bwena letigo chiza erigi yega lutigara bantu buna babo sudi babo soro madegento for example soro talinga uze tore go suppose ani uze what but soro is one person okomara mo godana okwanda amana na kiki kwaranda is okay so abantu nkinda tekotebera iko abantu mbale president yebwene tokutigera ibintu ebisindi bunebi gabiyo gosaliye lieta ali it was not presidential na tokekwana na tokenini na toketatachi koruchinza ya mochons the president ali na chietenze stood low koba invited kogenda gochaka nande gochaka koramana na bamura babande abayigo maite bakuru alternative government barabu batete kokogeji
asomo rubega songo bagotana bawo titu go provoke
they have to provoke you so that you iran
likire batake to
bara gacha tanga kibono kwa achira sitotake that means it was a plan
gokonya ningo bekera moteko
konya abekera moteko bona kamanda kugo moteko yugo I think that was not presidential and the response bono retaliation and okoira neoko I listened to Matiang'i Mairanete. I think that was mature. It was mature, it was not abusive, it was a response because the invitation was from both sides. So Matiang'i akaranga na njinje ngocho kugira na njiti kangiraneli
ina ndama tukamange mwarate bira na kimwana siasa no mwana siasa gwikobe naye n'umuntu gukwa n'abantu bayiguna kiye naye gwakwanira abantu bayiguna kigwakwa
na ande siasa yito ya bono iga ugosi siasa yito tuandalire neringa muntu otachiye otarama muntu ngo siasa itakoritiki teyo so endo tukulikire liga igangeringa ki number 1 ya torokire barai baito barai ba type ki barai ba ke wangoki in short yese kunyarikana nga ntuotete decency bona yali kunyarikana nga negento twali ogwakera ngi gotube goso oaro liga I think twali kwarura bonse goso tutigari goso yomo gosemba beri asengenjo actually eni ninja aba yani chiwiki bere chia matuzi ga left right center otari kumanya ngo ne president oyo ne deputy president yorenge oyunki yorenge but that was too low lakini sometimes you might take a kerendo a moment in chiroro okonyora chigo chia divine who we are but to be honest ento kekero kingi aleta ngia toro kibi chembe na ndipaka bona ya gedringa abantu we need to sit down and think abarai baitu tubege tebiro. We need to sit down and think. Yeah.
Na hekero tugunya kwa no murai wense Dr. William Samuel Ruto bona iga na kuretaro ya ikuru asorongo rwa Western asaba Kitale guchima Mtelgo ni gocha bono iga ni gare luwe Nyanza wiki yengima acha gitukuru Narok Jumamosi nigo baringa se county ya Kisumu asogo siori murobero bwo bwaga chibegetange kigali omurero korwa Narok Naivasha ngoso akere Kisumu tuchiete guchimoino togende guchimalaba eboda bakumurai wensi ya Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni nere nachite na asekero kolieria egetange kigali omurero nonye murai wensi rero igoromi gori aringe Homa Bay baratara kora taro yae ngemire tikagukora singe njoni agani gosoro nguru agusi guchakera ron chitariki guchakera ankyo kogendera guchiabugo chitariki ya merongo ebirenda kianda tali ankyo guchakera chitariki ya merongo ebirenda kianda katambugitu mutienyo yiguchimoino aiga asegetange kigali omurero mabolyo igara mange kwetania machibu asinge ncho abange maboli arega na alina igabono ngechiki Etorongo rwagusi kero kia ure Naivasha geso Kisumu kegende Malaba bono mugusinga yago che kwenyora gatia asinge ncho abangu babwatu kugena kolina ki usoko ganyana bwangongia italende angena gusina rosigiete gusia asinge ncho korwa kale plan ya ringa rina ki na wika kia rwanda getaralia gete ikonge ine bado ngete gete ikonge gose county ya Nyamira gosinge chike kuno Rongo rwagusi so that yomo gusinere a feel part yokonyora magende yega na ekero koli gitange kigali umando se asikia itire asikia gasi ko Mombasa gocha paka bona kire Naivasha noroche murabumba rororo ase chiduka chitarenge chisenta chikabororo chiduka gocha abantu nkwenyorera bali uburabungo gocha bure andonsie aseke gweta igobege tange kigali umuriro bona
akero to kuligiria this is a good project to me. But the question is, a project, was it a priority now? That is my question. Because the project, the estimation in project is 500 billion. Madam to me the 300 and what? Mombasa
and around 65.
Around 65, 365 billion. But you could see ekere the other government what this plan standard gauge railway igo chibese chiamended around 116 billion. It was around 200 billion. Also Ethiopia used 200 billion because an electric nini egetange kiabo stima. In short, the time nini egotumia etabauti neringa the time egetange gestima gegotumia neke kende egotumia kigetu gya kawaida is actually almost etovauti enene bobe no ngurukuru Mombasa kubaka Nairobi ngotumia around 4 hours kigestima I use less than an hour. Less than an hour we can Nairobi. So ne rate about tokotumia the same amount tokotumia more money but tokarosige getari yani viability yani ntebenga ni efficiency yae te kubwekana ne Ethiopia yarosa wona we are adding another 500 billion ekuruzi Naivasha ikere baka Malaba get Narok Bomet Nyamira County kegende kwenda bagite Siaya all through mpaka get Narok tikere in 2 phases ike Kisumu kwanza then from there eru Kisumu Siaya ite nini Kakamega bakike Malaba
ingo kigani irikorwa karo gaiga bono Narok because ngoso akere Bomet Sondu nere gati yabo Ahero Kisumu Yala Mumias osoke Malaba bono
ngwazo Manyamira ngwazo Manyamira
ya
ase map ya uteyo
ase map yane nigere Narok Bomet Sondu Ahero Kisumu Yala Mumias Malaba
Sondu ngayere it's in Kericho County so into otogukunigu in short eyewe tokonya radio
kurachuti waiga
egochuti kunganya yete Nyamira the only thing kera leta an impact na kero toko ewa railway station and the water around 35 railway stations una naroche egetange the water around 35 railway station e question yanenga Nyamira is part of the 35 railway stations chiko bakuru Naivasha mpaka Maraba so to me, railway station, economically, I think it will transform Uzia ito Mwoso Nyamira. Nenye another additional revenue in one way or the other. Lakini ize kunyarikana nga ngage weta, igoma it will force us karongo genda ngikere sondu. Ikona ikere kiricho county. Manya koraki. Manya ko genda usi ko se mai go Nyamira. Ko se inkere bomet. So it's about if the president railway station. Once we get the railway station, I think it has boosted our economy in one way or the other.
Joash Nyamoko no mobunge when semo bunge ya not mogrango. Lero ngochari. Ngochara iga butuko na achere ndira mabori ande. Ni atebe tena actually kunikinande genteke na gocha kokora lero butuko ngochara iga Y'Ensoko chinsa isato. Nigagote bana ngo itakire Nyamira na ndoma te agukwana no muntu no mubunge bwensemo yebunge ya not mogrango abwasika ni ligwe ni yaye nainde goika esente chetoke ikonge
a railway station okay ikonge. If that is the case, I think economically it's going to boost any need. Nandibono no to sometimes ndongere yanga Nyasaye muno mugusina to bunga inigete. Ubunga inigete. Turi konyora at some point tulense meye motwensi. Egente ege gocha no nyo to gocha chenje government gocha now we don't know Nyasaye to bangerete. But yet about yanene yani elisu enini yanene ya mangana na alinga government is still into water osoro mabu into water chavet into water chanda into water nyamoko abantu abao bona into bara atokonye giyoka azenje bali in this government no go to fight in Antonio railway station Nyamira because why should it ingitora to railway station Narok because it's a point no go chaga eje permit to railway station ede Nyamira anto to because if it's counties again the Kericho county ekune zondu but into to bugatika what is the essence here ndako nyetirende asanga why ingi wetera usirede yani gotokuni yuma tena vengo no muntu gukobete sinda nanu na una guterero na gukuna liote still nande koganda te kuna ko iguboro again to root to say the president and the leaders walibona bali in this government their part the party yabo bakora neringa bari gutwanjira a point entangani bari ko enda address neringa ki nonye railway station njabe the map do say structure yusa say a map yabo batokonye tonyole railway station either Konge uzalia say but within our county it will be because no need usokuligeli asamangana transport umwana ominto ni to maybe inte binge kutoma for example kuruzigo chanairo a lot of things a lot chindagira and other things so na into twale konyo railway station yega na yaliko make ebintu bitu se biasara bitu chitro punchiro mwana minto ibere chiro chichi asamangana ye biasara kuseni ni yego cha konyo station yego cha konyo chitro ibere na bayiko na bakusi in terms of business we are very far abantu bandi bakuru kunabo wali but bese cyabo tuchiro chichire ngalo chibese chire ko touch the economy ne chibese chikoro cyaba iko ni cyaba kusina abantu bandi bali but ibiasara bibindu okora gali cyabo ngwana uchokora kwana uchoro what I mean ngelinga ki tigabara yaba ito bona into batokwana no nyasina bali gotokonya tigani into batokonya tonyo ali railway station I think it will bring an impact
bya mano morigereria haso kwandra kuwati murubiri yege mambia mano ni kwana na atu endra togosanga ase obwagara ase bona chireke 35 na imugere chinse sano chabona mambia no kurasi muri chiduka na nyuma yo gusoma chiduka ntunane taswa sense muyende ya gatatu yo mwerio yo gukorera enkwani yite mambia bona toskare ne TV yao
Y'Ensoko TV uboroso bw'umugusi obutindiro bosombasi amate ninki kere tokore
asamari etangoro ko munyagitari bosire ko Rehabilitation Center. Rehabilitation Center ni icumbi cy'abarwayi bafite ibibazo bitandukanye birimo kuvunika, gucika intege, Better Me Rehabilitation Center togotoka Asegusi ensemo ya Gesonso na Nairobi ga ugoche ensemo ya Ungatarunga Xerian Road. Ime ya Better Me nigo togokonya abantu bari amaruna amaryogo yogotindi asariri obongo bwabo. Togokonya abantu buna umwana funzi orenge kwende university ongere gotumia amaruna amaryogo yogotindi amosariri wana yakireke wango guikarwarigo kwanya oroyo onde orenge kwende kanisa utigire onge yakonywa amaryogo yogotindi na amaru abasari erio twabaretaga Better Me twabarwali erinde obugima bwabo bwirane gochaso obugima bwe
asamange twakirisimya se namba 0706840844 Better Me Rehabilitation Center lichiburio gukora chingatale ichyobutindu. Obulimira bw'essiro y'obunda bwense kulende talinchira ndio sira krobulimi obiyoke enyore libaga lya bene kwaegwa migirio chisemi nobosemya igrio bulimi bwekerero nechikolinga
asobolimi bochete skuru nobotigi bokumerwa mate
tebone ng'ombe bune yengiya gaja konyana eyisimegete nterangetia maraba ekonete kunya kukina yo kamaraba kunya kuyana nganya kwama buya
beka chibuti imokyo bokombe to semogondo bweli nebisumu ime na pathway machine
Kristo kuri Jumaine chinsa ni bere cyamuragoba weka chinsa isato asomorobere oboremi nobotugi ekero turesemya mange kuri asaberemi chini gongoro ka petrol machine
asomorobere boboremi nobotugi ime Y'Ensoko TV oboroso bw'omugusi eye n'Ensoko TV oboroso bw'omugusi
Karibu nende asense muyiga ya gatatu kare twandira tugusanga ayande amange nincho soma cyujumbe cyago badaye asoko swase ense muyende ntubwati ntige kwa UDA ODM noro chimata wono bono bakariko une bintu bigendera te ground oyo kurukona nere John Mbadi babo Pio Wandai babo Gladys Wanga umukyo bekiro mone oburu ogingo odinga na yakero koligereria collusion echi yakero chigo chikorosiwa egento nkere yakero koligereria na monekera toko chaka kurase kya makiaudiam ntubwate nseme ntangani ko leader ground iyo kuraguna babo buru ntubwate linda mwananchi ikuraguna Edwin Sifuna na ababande na korengana na babo Edwin Sifuna kero gotegera chinkwana chabe bagote bana ukwigwa na koria mugakanya gusera Raila Odinga abegete niko kwaganira kwerera stariki chiria enga kibakoreye bakora mangana ya nadi komoinoga na lyo roboto lirwa kaniri kwerera gali stariki chirisano na ibere from there kuigwana nkuye kwa lingena nkubwatra na baringe was asobo chorobo ndebwa 2027 lakini kugocha sasa ya linda ground bagote bana itwa serikali na no togendera toganiri kogendera gutigara elio kotobwatra ne ilikuwa kia magendero na kwa kia magendero ngo chara se chinse mo cheito na kero tera se nkwana se matukaye gabira tatu atalira sorongo rwalu Nyanza nigo kuibaga tabana mbye muno murai bwense wetera sae twanyolireke wetera sae kigyakorekanire wetera sae kigyakorekanire ekero tukwanire goro ye collusion yega usiwo bachorwa 2027 UDA ODM
amano minto
Unyorende singo chere stariki 27
ono ya
mambiende
mambiende
nigere jamuri grounds moina
bono yonde te kuchakire point enga before leader anenjine leader anazingenjo no that leader awura kini Raila Odinga was my leader asa mangana mange kisiasa and so many ways aso kumwiki ase bintu bya yakora n'ubutinilibwaye and other things aida ga kwa ntelingana elimu na ndiliko na kuirore rune na linda mwananchi ya politics who told you
ni ngobatebi
do you know Ismail who told you means a lot Who told you ngana onyene kero na chaga so muntu uyu iga igwa nkoro ya nero? Who told you?
Na 2027 ntoko twaro murwane no
kiamane. If no nyegente ke kiarenge umwana mintungo kiarenge ngana bo kiabangire nga bagutikara broad based ba beroro muna babombade na nani bagoteba. I don't think why are they struggling in Rwanda? Why should they struggle on something basirity? Why are you struggling?
You relax.
You relax because this is something. This is what just because again take a statement who told you igebuata okonye igora chinsa gichinyi eko igora chinsa gichinyinge cyana cyebirengarare lakini asenge njo yobo ngaini bolioboke boliora aligereri gento na maiso gozo comprehend na ndo manyanga. There is a gap. William Ruto is struggling to consolidate Nyanza. It's about nearly number one. Umuntu uri ko consolidate Nyanza ye. You know by that sometimes ekero umuntu arurona liokora libaka. Liraira arenge gari gukwana bonse byabantu kero umuntu gari gukira. Akamana bone ekero umugako yaruororo. Ubone nali erapa ya mitri the road. Bona nali rutara lenga ki kumbe igende kingia arenge bona na kugekagera. Igende nde dogote. No nye karatu agete chikura tu abagere boka bagwakera Raila Odinga. 600 voters did not vote. Chikurere ngaru ruta bwete Raila. 200,000.
Yokonye ba aka chance.
No nyandi ba aka chance trust you me otango Raila igagwete kale president. But why? It's about nelinga ki if no nyumuntu obo olibwe bwa manyinga no maitaba kera una bakwe oneli umuntu obo they own with the passion.
Yeah man.
No nye they a deficit ya 600,000 votes njichi etiataba. Ekota ta konta binga you are consolidated Nyanza Raila ta yonerelie. Who told you nga bono iga enchera okubanga kwa broad based kole na kuraira planet. The only person bono iga mwana mintu Raila was a very smart politician. Na ndo muntu nina akwane in social media. Raila was a very smart politician. Raila na kwa alikuwa kachikura omanyaka omwanchiesa sawa. Obatika mwako le celebration yaino. Mwakora. Omana wako 2 months.
Oirana.
Omana wako crazy. Ogo debinga kisina ko iretekerowe. You will, whether you like it or not, you will do this and this for me. The moment you say no, and know the Tuesday, you will get it rough. People have tried to survive. Who tried to survive did not manage. Oh, the current president, not them, but it managed it. Let me tell you, the other person when that command, I can assure you we are here. Whether that command, that figure, if there is anything to go about your collector abantamo in ODM, is only Sifuna. Is the one who learned. Is the one never you can see Linda Mwananchi has touched the ground than Linda ground. For them, for Linda ground, they are looking for power. Na Linda Mwananchi abaiga they are just nabantu benko yokoro ki abantu ngaki this is the way. Muino ga no boraiboga ni yani no kuragara kuri muino iga abana inchi bono tolerera ne muina abaka make a very big gap yechini yechibere. But bono let me come to your question. Okubwaterana kwa UDA na ODM. It's a risk because William Ruto ochire otigire orusiri obwanjan buaya asichikura chia lengere ngomwaka 5 million votes. He has gone to fight for 2.5 million votes.
Korulo Nyanza.
I want you to see the deficit. Yeah, 2.5 million votes. Or lose it completely. but tote benga oluzi 2.5 million votes onyore 2.5 million
echina ani
start guaranteed because there is a question who told you. That question still stands. Who told you? Because Monto Tayo or everything aki ngogenda tole. Choni mbadi they have to fight for their space na babo oyonde angitokoroka oyoye
Opio and
They have to fight for their space because babe geirwe nyama mundu baigule bune wanza. Bago na rotabanga ki ndo mupata amapatano ya malika raira assignment igale go ikiraga. But we are going to fight for you. No nyamalika itaerera, we are going to fight for you. That's why we're going to get to broad-based government.
Na babu wino kura nsemu ya yagote bana kirikia baete birugebyo na maandamano.
Amaandamano abaete birugebyo. Ogo itu kwa banta manyingo y'abantu na abaete birugebyo. Na let me tell you ngaki birugebyo ibi birobi na bakoroki baruji just because the calculation. I think people say William Ruto is a very smart politician. You and me know he is. He's a smart politician. But let me tell you, the smartness, ego sira with the time.
Okay.
No jibra bantu bagenda tukuna koyiko bongo. Ubu smartness yo bokoraki bokuna gosira. Ige ntonkero tako mna gena wata bingo etangulo used to saying you can lie to people for some time, but you cannot do what? Lie to those people all the time.
Ekerogo tegera kurwa sensemu yoburu na Linda Ground. Ekerogo kyo mokonyi bumra ibinse na kyo paraganie lakini kurmoino bari bako mo defend go saba kumwegerera ke Professor Kidore Kidiki babo Cecilia Mbarire batebre na stayo kerogo kentu kingabone kyo nkegere ke stayo kogenda ne kyabo
maka in politics is either you come with money or you come with the masses. There are two. Yeah, there's no two way about it. It's either you have money or you have the masses. So what the determination will come. What does Kindiki has? Well, Ruto does not need money. Ruto needs someone with the masses. That is all. Ruto taliba so kuja kumubekera besanga kuja kumubekera mesa igoro omokose. Yes, that's why kwa lagacha wako mubolinga ki how much is enough. Because na abwate. So a point telling Ruto montata kite no muntu bwate masses. Period. If it's Oburu Odinga wochikocha na masses, that is the person you'll go with.
Eke ko bakebe
gentonke yo tapauti nteyo. If no nyenjo will come with the masses from coast and they will be given that position.
Korugoro kero rongo rwa pwani korugoro litkoria igoro ngiri Jumatatu Jumapili na igoro kwanza nalibatindi etemono batebetena batete kwena na Al Hassan Joho bamusugume gwetera sekema kiodium elio askemotwe na kubwolero mbe yo aigwekero ikyomo konyi bomurayiza igobone sabali gona liechagete
obaro mento siasa gebwate chinchi tuwe ebwate chi amasi abiri bona ya let me tell you nga ngento kiriyo go trigger no jeri muntu no o provoke tuata bono na kurumombaza kurukost na waro bata birenga ki tikango torumondo yuko sina bwate still jogo na bwate ground because you bwate jogo na ODM is one thing. Does the only thing that the is ODM ne bwate still powers. Whether ODM no ODM ke bwate powers still go jogo na korteki na bwate powers. They want to sing aki obate the kuruta chi ndobio chinse mo Jones. Na wanyakuru western you will see na wada did mas baraza na hero deputy na renko warobods or deputy president. They want to see who will come with the masses. Ekara banta ba chirikiro monta imasiri enini ae emanye ko nyari kananga ki wono tikatuli lingo koleteki ngobwate chinguru.
Okay. So ko nse chidakika ange ibere gabasa konye bagotebekana na mbabwati kura mbalite kubwata kura kwalengana na data eri asogetune kyomekirikia IBC boni go murobero no raiga ukurukwa na tuko kadi no murobero yo bagotebana bono mwaka gete na nturugwe soki yakira bono
no le kadi ya
ekalibusa
anje ni le kadi tanda bono
murobero yo iga how far will it go aseme ntware ebintu biko chaka bekanchira inde byaba hijacked nkwaro ucheyo muraibu insana temete ukwana rigijaga chemako kwana bagatabana bana siasa mote emako sonda naga inumukire tubabange bona
abana bagendere ni
yebona
mwaka
onye na 2024 2023 pako korobekana kuna ya chakete ubuna nayo sorry
ega kabaka stoiki omwaka omwaka this is an initiative montata nyale ku utanga. William Ruto as the president na bakoraid oizo kuliga lidio ngakiere 20 it was 20 was it 2019 2020 I think before the election ntu abwate kieleweke na tanga
bana
the president, the current president then Uhuru Kenyatta akateta ngaki kuna watu wengine wanatanga hapa nini akara yani igatete kofinyiria ntabe ntumie nini elinga yogotaka koroki umuntu uyo no ara makoli aiga vichorochora hapa machorochora akifanya 1 2 3 yani atete kuboroki ngaki umuntu uyo mokole kimobeke afu. Again, they used that narrative to tanga. We are tanga-tangaring here, there. We are akayetanda that narrative ekamakonya baka to where he is today.
Kabira tataigo oireke
ukuraibunense. Wano nginde takotewa tuko card is an initiative ya chakiwe na kamura kama lakini bono ya attached to every young person. William Ruto nabara atakako ya hijack. Anyira debe tuko card na debe tenga kitu ko card na sisi tumechipanga. But let me tell you, if you see abana babake since the tuko card ya jacket, you can see ebinto mbiribiro mwana minto nini tuko card ya kolide. One ya kolide tukurukanga ki boosting voter registration.
Yakinire
young people bata baka bano kwara choke baji baka chi IBC offices chiko koraki chigozie kubaka bajakire koraramika because they have posted voter registration. That is the main agenda. Again to kendigia kabere kikiabere ka mobilization
yarora kanira.
This digital platform mwana minto it has mobilization. This is the ekereginko wadabinga ki abana bayona bakwe mobilizinga. They are doing both voter mobilization and registration still. Na de yendo kende they are going to make sure muna babu atachikura they are going to monitor.
Eko so abako bara. Because abana bay no matter it's like one person sitting in a system. Command a system, IT guy, with so many people knowledgeable. Abana was a million people knowledgeable on this system. Okay.
Any near this digital space, Omano Minto is going to make sure one. Again to why Ruto is really worried. It's a Ruto is worried. As Sengenjo, again Tekemo. If abana abamo setelimu abana if they got again together and have one script omwaka this script cannot be taken away.
Okay.
Eyeyero is going to prevail. No the commentators, political commentators, analysts, they say it is not going to be easy for this narrative to go because this is an initiative. There is an initiative and they will fight it to the end. So omoele pinelinga abasaya baito balenga the final word abasaya baito balenga I want to face them. Abasaya baito balenga if you don't have no tobuati ekebande enini yo wake kura ekebande ke na ekabakad because ogotaka kwa ekura na kukwagarire bono iga tobuata baraya baba okuna kolera totabuati gas totabuati development totabuati what bono go na ekabakad then from there the next step we will talk.
Okay.
Yes.
Yebo mwancho murigelia soko bwati murubire na gwikiraga abwa senko na twatwa ntubwa bwata mangi twaganirwa kwanera kinya singi chinsa na utokore kirabo na ndenga kiende wiki go chakutoko nyali baga ntwendera kwanira ayande amangi era soko TV boroso bwo mugusi na bano twikira muhira sabona yandera kwati murubire ndi yatigere aseri tukuri makore chinsa 14 na amaya asenchira yobwenge yandera gutwara mu basomere teriane Ishmael Mogere.
Y'Ensoko TV.